First, few people in the world have spent more time with bears than Ben Kilham. Kilham has lived with and among bears for decades, devoting his life to researching and rehabilitating them.
207's Beth McAvoy went to visit the Kilham Bear Center last week for a very special day. Hey, Beth.
Hey, guys. Yes, I headed up to the woods in New Hampshire, and there I got to meet my first bear and Ben. And as Ben told me, most people will never remember the first deer they see, but you'll most likely definitely remember the first bear. And that was very true for me. Up in the hills of Lyme, New Hampshire, you'll find a sanctuary for bears.
We have in residence a young cub of the year that was hit by a car.
These are our newest cubs.
Orphaned American black bears, that is.
Cubs come to us. One of the big ones is moms are shot at chicken coops.
They come in all year round.
A lot of people are just absolutely fearful of bears, which is no reason to be at all.
Cubs need the guiding care of their mother for the first 18 months of their lives. Without them, they have no chance of surviving.
We control bears because they're so driven by food. Food to a bear is like money to a person. We wouldn't scatter $100 bills all over our lawn and expect nobody to pick them up, and that's what we're doing with food attractants and bears.
But here at the Kilham Bear Center,
there are 30 cubs in here.
They are all given a second chance.
Hi, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Cubs get food, protection, and an education. While they were once thought to be solitary animals, Kilham's decades-long research has shown the opposite.
They're an awful lot like us, but we see them as aliens.
Together, they make friends, form alliances, and even abide by a code of conduct that keeps their world orderly.
They're getting a social education, and that means that they're interacting with other bears that are not related to them. And part of what I learned about the social behavior of bears is they share our social behavior. They're able to make friends with strangers and cooperate with them.
Ben's nephew, Ethan Kilham, is the cubs' primary caregiver. To the cubs who came in at a very young age and who don't remember their own mothers, Ethan serves as a surrogate.
Ethan will start walking them loose in the forest. They follow him like a mother bear.
They're like any child. They're curious and they have an innocence where they're looking at the world through new eyes. So it's always refreshing to either go out into the woods or walk into their world because they're doing it with such pleasure and engagement that, it's contagious.
When these cubs are ready, they'll graduate from the cub barn to where they long to be, outside. An 11-acre enclosure rich with natural foods sits on a hill above the center. Protected from danger, there the cubs will grow until they're 18 months old and ready to be released back into the wild.
It's going to be tough because you're not going to know what's coming.
On this day, that's what's happening. First, they have to be caught in the enclosure to be released. And catching bears, it turns out, is a tricky business.
You don't want to be chasing them hard. You don't want them running all around, but you can use your approach to kind of guide them towards somebody who's stationary with a dart gun and get a good shot.
Members of the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are here to help.
Bears signal everything they're going to do or thinking about. They don't attack anything or anybody without a motive or a reason. And bears are afraid of people. I mean, bears run when they see a person.
After less than an hour, the team has a bear. Ethan instantly recognizes this bear is Reuben. He names all the cubs that come to the center.
One of his tells is his neck is cowlick, so the fur goes in the other direction.
A veterinarian is on hand to make sure each bear responds well to the anesthesia. Reuben is weighed, given oxygen, and ear tagged. After an hour of monitoring, the 148-pound yearling is ready to be moved.
You know, once he starts coming to, he'll start moving around and adjust himself as needed. And the good news, you know, this bear's already starting to come out, so he'll be ready to release in a couple 3 hours.
Of the bears rehabilitated at the Kilham Center,
some are taken, in the first hunting season, but the number that are taken quickly is about the same as the wild population. We get bears in with our ear tags on them that are 10 years old, that have had multiple litters of cubs. And some of them are very near the release areas, and others are 100 or 150 miles away.
People feel they're dangerous. You know, they're wild animals. All wild animals you should keep your distance from and treat as unpredictable. But bears really aren't dangerous.
By the end of a very long day, Reuben, along with 3 others, are released into the wild. Ben Kilham hopes his life's work will give people new insights into black bears and make them realize in some ways they're more like us than you think.
The most important animal in understanding our past lives among us. And we can learn a lot just by being around black bears and being able to be with them and understand them and not be fearful of them.
Kilham's been featured in several wildlife documentaries and is the author of 2 books. In both of those books, he's written about his 26-year-long relationship with a cub named Squirty. She was one of the first cubs that Ben rehabilitated, and she used to follow him around every night from spring till fall. He drives to his local study site to observe bears, and there he regularly sees Squirty. She's had 23 cubs now, and Kilham told me he can still change her collar without sedating her. He just bribes her with a few cookies.
I love that line about how food is to bears as money is to humans.
It's true, it's true. And his point is, don't go scattering too much bird seed. The Kilham Bear Center is not open to the public, but they have an amazing Instagram where they post lots of videos, and we'll have a link to that on our website.
Just fabulous.
I love it.
Thank you, Beth.
You're welcome.